Hey Cancer, welcome to Glow in the Dark Tarot. As promised, this is your extended for September 2019. Thank you for tuning in again. So Cancer, what I talked about in your regular spread for September was that I think that you need to stop doubting yourself because you're doing a whole lot better than you think that you are. Okay, just based off of what I'm reading. Now, please keep in mind before I start the reading that this reading may or may not resonate with you. 1 second, I forgot a card. There we go. This reading may or may not resonate with you, but let's get into the reading and let's see, okay? But just keep that in mind, okay? So, Cancer, like I said, one thing that I was seeing with your other reading is that I do feel like you feel as though your foundation or maybe your idea of what you were working towards has either changed or it shifted or it's a little bit upside down. And I do feel like that does leave you with a little bit of uncertainty, and I do feel like that does leave you with a little bit of doubt about yourself. I think that things are going a whole lot better for you than you feel that they are, and then it seems like they are. But again, I do think that you have some doubts, you have some inner thoughts that I kind of feel like you're wrestling with a little bit. What was I about to say, Cancer? It's not a very good thing to have a brain fart on while you're doing your reading. I was about to say something, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, okay. So I feel as though this has more to do with work and more to do with money. But this could have to do with love. I could easily see how it could have to do with that as well. Especially if it's something that you have been working on for a long time. I can definitely see that. I do feel like you're making some changes, though. I do feel like you're still, looking at things that you need to walk away from and things that are toxic. I do kind of feel this energy where you're kind of like, if it ain't got nothing to do with work or money, I ain't for it. I can kind of see that. I can kind of see you just not really being about the bullshit, at least not to a heavy extent this month. I can see that. So you have the first card, your first clarifying card is you have the Moon in the reverse clarifying the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, I definitely feel like there's something, you are moving towards your own sense of happiness. I definitely feel like you want to do that. I definitely feel like you do have this optimism about you as it relates to your career, as it relates to any new venture that you want to start. And even if this has to do with love, again, especially if this has to do with love in the means of building a foundation, I definitely see that you want to do that. Like, you are for that. I do think that you're a little bit confused, though. I wonder if you're using your intuition with it. Again, I get that sense of doubt with that as well. You have the Seven of Pentacles clarifying the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So I definitely feel like you don't feel that you are where you want to be yet. You're not there yet. Okay, I emphasize yet. So you're definitely working on it, and you're definitely looking to invest in something. Again, whether this has to be love, I can easily see how it could deal with love. But you are looking to invest in something, or you were looking to invest in something that you were all for. Now, the Queen of Wands clarifying the King of Cups in the reverse. I think that, you had to assert your power in some type of way to maintain a sense of control. I think that there was definitely something that you, or a particular outcome that you saw, or that you do see with whatever this venture is. One thing I do want you to make sure of is that you don't become overly impulsive, but I do think that you are, apparently aware of what you can make. I think I talked about this in your other reading too, of how you were kind of coming into this space of kind of being surprised by yourself, of what you could make and what you were capable of manifesting and doing. And I do think that you are still sitting in that confidence and in that newfound sense of just being impressed with yourself, of what you can manifest. So I definitely see that being in a past energy, and I see that following through for the rest of September. You have the Fool clear in the reverse, clarifying the Nine of Cups. So I do think that you are comfortable with where you are to some extent. I think there is a part of you that recognizes what you have, and the fact that what you have are the things that you need. I do think that there is a part of you that is very grateful for that. Again, I do feel that you are not quite satisfied yet. You're not there yet. You haven't completely rested yet. And I think that's one reason why you maybe not are that willing to take that leap of faith or anything like that, because I think there's a part of you also that even though you don't have everything that you have yet, you know that you can't be impulsive. You know that you can't be naive with your decisions of whatever move you make next. And I also think that you kind of don't want to rock the boat if you don't have to. So you have the Four of Swords in the reverse, clarifying the Four of Swords in the reverse. So a double clarifying card there. So I definitely, again, do see that there is something about your foundation or about the four corners of your life, regardless of what that means to you, whether that has to do with your money, whether that has to do with your love life, whether that has to do with your career. There's something about it that is upside down to you. Okay, and you're very focused on your foundation, on your security, on your future to some extent as it relates to your foundation and your security. There's something that's shaking you up a little bit, Cancer. And again, like I said in your previous reading, for September, you're reading for September. I don't want you to get too carried away with doubts and with not seeing the bigger picture on things, okay? So you have the Five of Pentacles clarifying in the reverse, clarifying the Strength card in the reverse. I think that you are trying to keep things going. I don't want to say I think you're trying to keep a brave face, but I do think that you are trying to keep things going. I don't particularly think that you feel left out in the cold. I don't feel like you have a loss. I don't feel like you feel as though you are being left out in any type of situation, whether that's work, love, or anything else. I think you know that the things that you want are there for you and are around you. I think your question for this month is, yeah, everything is around me, yeah, everything is available to me, but what's worth investing in? What can I invest in? And what will make both my Four of Wands in the reverse upright? Okay. Five of Cups in the reverse, clarifying the Nine of Pentacles. The Hermit card, clarifying the Temperance card. And you have the Ace of Swords, clarifying the Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, Cancer, I feel like you definitely don't feel like you're missing anything. You are aware that you have everything that you need. You're aware that you have all the tools that you have. But maybe for some reason you've been using those tools in a certain way, and for some reason you're not getting not quite the product that you're using, that you're putting in the work to get with those tools, if that makes sense. So, I don't think that you have any regrets on the things that you have had to do, the people you have had to cut off, the things that you have had to let go to get to this point where you are now. And at least that's what you look like to people. If you don't feel like this Nine of Pentacles, that is at least what you look like to people. You look like you have your shit together. And I feel like Cancers, there probably was a period in time where maybe you were kind of going through some things and you looked like this Nine of Pentacles in the reverse to other people. That's not really their business, but I have a feeling that you have been through some things where, you know, this Nine of Pentacles right now is a good look for you to other people. Now, with the Hermit card clarifying the Temperance card, like I said, you do have a sense of balance, and you do have a sense of internal balance, particularly emotional balance, or you are at least making that effort. But I do think that there is a part of you that is a little internal in another way. I do think there is a part of you that is a little bit reflective. I do think there is a part of you that is thinking about why you do the things that you do, how you got to the place that you are now, and what you are going to do next. I think you think a lot about your emotions and what that means to you and what that means to the people around you, and that's not a bad thing. Again, Cancer, I think that you are in processing mode, but I just want to make sure that you stay in processing mode and you don't revert into crab in a shell mode. Okay? If you're going to go in your shell, if you are going to go in your shell, make sure that you are going in your shell to process, to plan, to do some work, so that when it's time for you to come out of your shell, you can be like the Sun card and shine. Okay? So you have the Ace of Swords clarifying the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So yeah, this is like what I said a little bit before. You know, and it's so funny that a lot of the cards that you have out here, a lot of your cards are shown more than twice. Are shown twice within this reading. You have a very pentacle heavy reading and wand heavy reading. But yeah, this goes back to what I was saying, how like I feel like there is a part of you that where it's like, hey, if it ain't got nothing to do with work, I don't want to hear about it. But if it does got to do with work, where it at though, right? So I do feel like you are focusing on your career, you're focusing on your coin, you are focusing on your foundation with a fucking steadfastness that I think surprises and impresses a lot of the people around you, and maybe even yourself. And I think through doing that, even though you are uncertain, I do think that you are aware of some negative and toxic energies around you. And this could be some negative and toxic energies or addictions or indulgences that you have within yourself. So I think, Cancer, part of your battle for this month is really, I don't want to say choosing between, but maybe reconciling with the fact that you have this newfound sense of you, and maybe that newfound sense of you does not add up or measure up or equate to or, you know, match or fit in anymore, rather, with an old you, with old people, with old things. And though those things are there, and though those things are overwhelming to an extent, I do feel like maybe you are surrounded by some negative and toxic energy. And again, this could be with yourself. I do think that there is a part of you that is really determining who you can hang out with and who you can't. Because you're already upside down. You already feel like there is a very vital part of you and of your life that is upside down, and it needs to be right side up. You know what you want to do, but I think that you are a crab that wants to swim freely, not get dragged down to the bottom of the barrel. And so you are looking at who you can kick it with and who you can't. Who is cool to be around and who you have to walk away from. Who and what you have to walk away from. There is some unclarity. You might not have all the answers. You may not have all the details. But I don't think that you are willing to fight your way through those details just for the sake of figuring out what those details are. Now, meanwhile though, regardless of the doubt and the unclarity and the answers that you don't, the questions that you don't have all the answers to, you are still going to put on a brave face. You're not going to pay too much attention to your doubt, to those things that have you a little bit worried. Those relationships that have to slowly fade out, those job offers that you have to politely turn down, those habits that you have to let go, those old ways. Let those things hide if you want them to. You don't have to let those be in plain sight. When you go into your shell, pull those things in there with you. But when you decide to emerge out, don't pull those things out. Let them seep out, or let them die, or just let them go in the shell with you and not come out, so that you can become this better version of you, this more secure version of you that you want to be. And this is almost double confirmation, because you have the Two of Cups clarified by the Sun card. The Wheel of Fortune is after that, but then after that is also the Sun card. What you want is balance. What you want is equal give and take. What you want is to be happy. Be like this little kid on this white horse. That is what you want, Cancer. And as long as you can continue to walk away, I feel like this has been ongoing for you too, this walking away from toxic things. It's almost like you walk away from one thing and then you shine for a little bit, and then one more thing pops up and then you got to walk away from that again. And then you have to go through this whole process. Again, it's almost like Cancer, you've been going through these mini deaths for quite some time. Bit by bit, it's almost like the universe has been breadcrumbing your change to you. I would say don't get frustrated with that. Don't become impatient with that. That's just your process, right? But I wouldn't be surprised if next month or a couple months from now, you're going to see this Eight of Cups card again, where you're going to have to walk away from something yet again, until you are better refined to your best quality that the universe wants you to be. While you are walking away and while you are working towards your balance and your equal give and take and your union and your happiness, work. Put your head down and work. these little things that are going to be here that might trip you up, or that might seep into your doubt, or that you might have to walk away from, and don't worry so much about that. Focus on your work. Put your head down. Because regardless of the repercussions that you get from the things that you do have to walk away from, and that you will walk away from, regardless of those moments of doubt, or those moments of feeling like you don't quite have everything together, no one can take your work away from you, not even you, Cancer. So that's what I want you to do, and that's what I think that you should do. Just work and keep going with the process, and do not doubt yourself so much, because you are doing the right thing. So Cancer, lastly, I'm going to give you your Animal Oracle cards. I really like these cards. I really like the fact that I've just started using them. I usually do between 3 or 6, depending on the reading, and if I feel how many I feel that particular reading needs. So your first card is Starfish Spirit. So be open to the new things that are coming to you, Cancer. Be open to the infinite possibilities. Okay, be open to the new opportunities. Be open to the new love. Be open to the new friendships. Be open to the healthier things that are going to be coming your way. And trust that they will help you to reach that better sense of security and a foundation. I said this in your last video, right? Cancer, truth transcends illusion, dragonfly spirit. So just like I said, put your head down and work. Don't get caught up so much in the details. Don't get caught up so much in the nuances of things. Everything will be okay. Walking your truth, living your truth, and you shouldn't have to worry about anything. Canary spirit. I was about to say canary spirit. Canary spirit. Sing your own song. So Cancer, another thing that I think you should do is I think you should do your own thing. Walk in your power. Walk in this way to where you are walking with that confidence of being this new you. Remember I said that I think that you kept experiencing like those mini deaths? And like each season it's like a slightly better you, and then a slightly better you, and a slightly better you. Keep doing that. Walk in your slightly better you. Giraffe spirit, see the big picture. Again, don't get so caught up on the details, Cancer. Don't get so caught up on the details. Don't get so caught up on the speed bumps and on the things that don't give you quick, immediate answers. See the big picture. You are working very hard. You are doing a very good job working towards your purpose. It's just a bigger picture that you are not paying attention to, okay, or that you can't see yet. And then lastly, Parrot spirit, watch your words. So Cancer, I feel like there will be days where people try you, probably. I feel like there will be days where you probably will be feeling yourself. And there might be days where neither is happening, but, whatever. Regardless of what you do, I want you to watch your words, okay? Make sure that you are watching what you say, how you say it, why you say it, who you say it to, all right? I feel like you have enough energy around you that would like to trip you up, whether it's within yourself or with other people. Don't make it easy for that energy, okay? So Cancer, that was your extended reading for September 2019. I hope this reading resonated with you. If it didn't, I'm so sorry. Thank you for tuning in to Glow in the Dark Tarot. Please click the subscribe button. Please click the thumbs up button. Please leave me a comment. Please share this video. Thank you again for tuning in. You will be hearing from me in a couple of weeks, like a week or two, with your mid-month. And then who knows, if this video gets a lot of views, I'll give you a bonus. Also, I'm trying to reach 50 subscribers, and with your help, Cancer, I can do that. So click that subscribe button. All right, Cancer, keep going. You're doing well. All right, just make sure you see the big picture. Love you, Cancer. Bye.